Hey guys, welcome back. We got a DIY video for you guys today. So today I'm going to show you how do I build my small greenhouses to cover my grow beds. So for instance, you've seen the small greenhouse that I have built over my aquaponics grow bed. So I'm going to do the same thing here on this crack key grow bed table. And I have all the tools and things you're going to need right here. So we have 6 sticks of 1/2-inch PVC. I just grabbed 6 because I think I might use some of the extra later on. And then I have a drill with a Phillips head bit on there. I have some steel hanger strap. This is what I use to clamp the PVC on. And I'll kind of bring this up closer and show you the design there. So basically this will attach here on the wood, and then the PVC piece, the pipe, will basically do something like this. Okay, and then I can bend it over and do the same thing on the other side, and it makes a hoop shape. So you're gonna need those straps, some tin snips. If you have one, these are really useful. This is a PVC pipe cutter. It has a little ratchet on there, and it's very handy for cutting, I would say, up to 1-inch thick PVC, and anything smaller than that, it works great. And then I've got some stainless steel sheet metal screws. I'll show you what those are for a little bit later. And then I've got some 1/2-inch T connectors. I just bought a whole bag of them because they're a lot cheaper if you buy a whole bag of these. Hope I'm not yelling. I forgot that I have a microphone on. So I guess I could talk a little bit quieter. But yeah, that's basically it. The things you're gonna need. And to start out, you're gonna want to take your tape measure and taking 3 sticks of PVC. You're gonna measure them. I measure the length of it anyways. I know it's 10 feet, or 8 feet, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna measure it anyways just to make sure. Because if it's just like an odd shape or something and I cut it in half, I'll get the wrong size. So it is in fact 10 feet. So we're gonna go to 5 foot on here and take your Sharpie. Hopefully I didn't just now break the microphone. Stepped on the cord. So we got our Sharpie. Mark it at 5 feet. And then you're gonna take 2 more. And we're gonna do the same thing. So 5 feet. And you wanna get this pretty accurate. I wouldn't, if measure twice and cut once is what they like to say. I like to try to do that too. But when you're starting out doing these kinds of things, mistakes do happen, and there's a big learning curve, especially if you know nothing about DIY or building things at home. But I encourage you guys to try, check out some YouTube channels and see what other folks are building. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut these, and then I'm gonna mount these guys using some pausing magic. So here we go, we're gonna pause it. All right, now we're back, and I went ahead and I cut the 10-foot lengths. I cut 3 of them in half, so I have 3 5-foot sections, and the 2 outer ones I put a T on it, and unfortunately I'm missing a piece. The center is going to be a little X-shaped one, so I can connect here to these 2 like that, like a 4-way, I guess. But I'm going to show you how I attach these on here. I like using these sort of flat shaped stainless steel self-tapping screws. That way, if anything rubs on it later on, it's not going to cut it or whatever. And then you just get your drill. And when you do this, when you put these guys in, you want to make sure that you put them both in on the same side, and then when we put this together, the side with the screws on it is going to be facing down, because later, not today, but in another video, I'm going to add plastic. So here we go. I apologize for the noise. And I am using an electric drill. If you have a cordless one that has a torque setting, I would recommend that. But if you're going to use one of these, just keep in mind that if you use too much power on this, it'll just tear right through, and it won't work very good for you. And another reason why I'm doing it this way instead of using glue is because later on I may tear this whole thing apart and then recycle the pieces for something, and if I use glue on here, it'll be difficult to reuse these joints. So this way I can still use them again. Otherwise you're going to end up with a box of mismatched parts that are all glued together that you can't really use without adding adapters and things like that. So I'll show you guys one of these up close so you can get a better view of it. See, there's no screws on this side. So this side is going to be the side that faces down. So I'm going to pause it again, and I'm going to attach the clamps right here on this side, and then the other one over there. And then I'll put this piece in place, and then I'll continue the video, and then you can see what it's starting to look like. All right, so I'm going to pause it again. All right, now here you can see I put an uncut piece up just so you can get a basic idea of what it's going to look like. So there'll be one of these guys just like that. We'll have one on this end and one down here on this end, and then also one going up and over the center. So I guess it might look like one of those old carts from back in the 1800s, one of them wagon carts with the cover on it. So I'm gonna pause it again, and then I'm gonna add the rest of the brackets, and then I'm gonna put up the rest of the hoops. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pause it again. All right, and voila, the hoops are up, and so are the brackets to mount those on. And something interesting happened, actually something cool. I think this is the first time I found a problem while I was building something, and I'm able to show it to you during the build and then the solution right now. So here we go. I'll show you what happened. So on my normal design on my larger hoop houses over there, I use this fitting here. And since this one's a lot narrower, this is 4 feet and the other one's actually twice that wide, it's 8 feet. So when I went to bend this over the shorter distance, it put more tension right here with these two, where the screws are attached here in this connector, and it popped apart. So there you have it. A problem, mistake, I guess, and a solution. So all in one, all right? So if you're wondering how I'm going to attach these on here now, the simple solution is just to use a couple of UV protected zip ties. So I'll put one here and then another one across there. I'm not going to do that today because I think I'm going to cut this video short so I don't bore you guys with stuff. Plus I have some other things I need to take care of that don't involve awesome DIY stuff in the backyard. So hope you guys are having a great day, doing all right. I think I might be able to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to take you up close so you can see the clamps that hold hold this in place, and then how far down you should go or how far down I go with the PVC. Obviously you can do whatever you like at home, whatever works for you. Another thing I found is when I put this on originally, it was in this second hole out here, and it wasn't grabbing onto this PVC the way I wanted it to. So I just went around the whole thing and then took out the inside screw and moved it in a notch, and now it's clamped onto that really good, and these aren't leaning over. Sorry about that. So they're pretty symmetrical. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. So that'll have to do. I guess tomorrow I will get I'll get the plastic sheeting. I usually use a 6mm plastic sheeting from the hardware store. What else? Well, I guess if I missed anything, you guys will ask me the questions down in the bottom in the comments section, and I encourage you to do that. So you guys have a great day. Today's my Friday, so I already started off my weekend with something kind of fun. I like to make things, so you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and then if you click the bell next to the subscribe button, whatever side it's on, over here, it'll give you a notification the next time I upload a video. If you're interested in following along with my backyard DIY aquaponics and hydroponics builds. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day and keep building.